Hello everyone, Spaced Oyster here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Randomized. This is Chapter 30, the Berserker. This is a Hector mode exclusive map once again. If you're playing Eliwood mode, you get his exclusive version of the comparable chapter that shows up at the pretty much the same point in the plot, but I think it's chapter 28 for Eliwood. So there's just so there's a chapter that's just Eliwood, and then there's this chapter that's just Hector. So this chapter is pretty straightforward and simple. You just got the boss here with a tomahawk that he drops, and then a bunch of unpromoted enemies. I do believe the main goal here is to normally Hector promotes into a Great Lord, which is capable of using swords in addition to the axes he normally has, and I do believe this chapter is designed to help him train those up, with a lot of these knights having axe reavers, except for that one. That one's weird. And this one. And that one. Okay, anyway. So, a lot of them are very unpromoted, so who you pick for this chapter, since you only get one additional unit, should be dependent on how well Hector can fare against Kame here. I would if Hector can handle Kame himself, then it might be a good idea to bring a magic unit you want to train, or just someone who can keep him healthy. If, however, Hector is not capable of handling Kame, then you'll need to bring someone who can. Since Kame has an unusually high resistance, and Hector is really weak on mine, or for my playthrough, I opted to bring Lucius. I figured with a lot of these enemies being pretty weak, and most of them having a weapon triangle disadvantage against swords, this would be a good chance for me to train up Lucius's sword rank. So I'm hoping I can get him up to a B, so that way if I need him to use the Brave Sword and I don't have a spot for Pent or Harkin, I can just use Lucius. Anyway, there are also a bunch of treasures around the map, but they don't have a lot of good loot. They're mostly elixirs and other things, and as you can see, we could not bring Merlinus to this chapter once again. Alright, so... Oh, and these thieves, they are a rare example of semi-hostile thieves in this game. If they're in attack range, they will attack you, but they will only do that if they have no other options. So if they can't make it to a chest in the same turn, or if they can't steal anything from you, so be very, very wary of giving Hector things like vulneraries or elixirs, because these thieves will try to steal them. They also drop chest keys, so you can get to them, get to these chests yourself. But usually, if you want the loot, the best approach is to just let the thieves grab them, and then just kill the thief to get the loot. Anywhozen, I decided to leave Lucius's inventory unchanged from the end of the last chapter, so I'm just gonna drop the chest key. They're valuable, so if you can make room for them in your group, I'd recommend it, but I'm not going to because I don't care. Anyway. Oh, Hector, how can you not kill that guy? Or that guy? You're just so weak, Hector. Jeez. I need to keep Hector healthy too, because I'm going to be relying on him to heal. So I guess I'll just try to make room for an elixir in his inventory, and let's just lure this one out. Alright, here we go. And then I've been thinking a little bit about some other Let's Plays I would love to do. One in particular that's been standing out to me lately is this PlayStation portable game called Fate Extra. I used to be obsessed with it back in the day when I really wanted a Fate series type game, and that was the only one I knew of. I was thinking I could give that one a shot, because there was an anime sequel to that put on Netflix that I don't think it was very popular, but it exists. Alright, I forgot to go over the objective of this chapter, and other things to watch out for. These enemies are aptly demonstrating one of those features. So indents in the wall like this one, and this one, those shoot out poison. And they'll deal some light damage to you, and then you also take poison damage afterwards. Or I think it just deals the poison damage. So make sure you're wary of those as you make progress. Another thing to watch out for is, well, not watch out for, but the goal of this chapter is to claim a space. There's nothing particularly special about it, so Kane here isn't getting any extra bonuses from that space, but you'll want to be careful all the same. Alright, and then Hector did get a lucky crit, so I guess that's lucky. But for now, I kind of want Lucius to behave like a tank, and Hector to keep him topped off and healthy with the heal staff. It won't get Hector a lot of EXP, but it's better than nothing. And I opted for Lucius over most of my other units. Like I said, I wanted to trade up his sword rank. He was also one of the lowest leveled units I had. I think he was level 11, whereas Rebecca and Hawkeye had a couple levels on him. And, you know, fun stuff like that. But mostly it's because Lucius is one of my stronger combat units, so getting his sword rank up is very beneficial for me. Ah, the Wolf Bill. That is a Hector exclusive axe. And I think I'm gonna do something weird here. Yeah, I kinda don't want to have to put Hector right here, so how do you fare against these guys? Luscious? You're good, okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade for the Silver Lance from one of Lucius's Silver Lances, so that way if the thief attacks him, he gets his hands on a chest key, and then I can grab an elixir. I do believe this southernmost chest has an elixir. There we go. And that way I don't have to drop a lance or a sword. I don't think I'll need both iron swords to get through this chapter, but it never hurts to be prepared. And I was a little tempted to give Lucius a javelin for this chapter, but the only javelins I have are very low on uses. And I want to, like I said, I want to focus on his sword rank here, so it's better to leave him with just the close range option for now. Especially since he's just doing so well with it. But again, it's Lucius. He's been proving to me how good he really is. Although that's probably because of the Wyvern Rider having good bases. Yeah, if you bring the Iron Rune to this chapter, be very, very careful about giving it to anyone that is slower than these thieves. I believe they'll all have a capped speed stat of 20. So, yeah, just watch out for that. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up the luscious Lucius again. And because I'm worried about Hector taking more heat, I think... Yeah, the mage is just going to go for Luscious anyway. So let's just go ahead and kill him with Luscious. Woo! Then again, since he couldn't deal any... Now, the enemy's priorities are, can I get counterattacked, then can I deal damage. I think at some point they factor in whether or not the Lord is and one of their available attack targets and go from there. But for the most part, they want to deal as much damage as possible. And I forgot there was a poison thing up there, so we're gonna have to deal with Lucius taking poison damage. Oh no, this is a pure water. Crap, I wasted that chest key. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go ahead and park Lucius. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna park Lucius here. And... yeah, Hector should do fine. Now, Hector, you go ahead and try and hurt this guy. Hector looks mostly good as a sage, but he's got that weird outline. I don't really like that weird outline. But on your own playthrough, if Hector's capable of fighting pretty well, just go ahead and feed him as many of these kills as possible. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention actually is Oswin is unavailable for this map. I don't quite know why, it's probably a story reason, but you will be unable to bring Oswin. I remember that from the practice run, because Oswin ended up as a shaman for my practice playthrough, and I wanted to bring him here to support Hector, and you know, he could use Luna to help fight the boss and all that, but he couldn't actually do it. Now, anyway, let's go ahead and move the Luscious Lucius first. Let's see, there's a poison space right there. So let's move Lucius right here. There we go. And then right here we heal ya. But this map is pretty similar to a Fire Emblem 6 map I vaguely remember going through. I think it even has the same gimmick, but the poison things fire off randomly at the end of every turn. Alright, so we have to watch out for Sword Reaver guy here. And Mr. Merc, you do 22 damage with 8 speed. So Hector's 11 defense cuts that down to 11 damage. And you avoid getting doubled. So that's a good thing. And this guy does 25 damage, so that guy can kill Hector. If he teams up with the Merc. Does the Thief do it too? No, the Thief barely does anything. We don't have to worry about the Thief. Okay then. Now, let's start with Hector here. Hopefully he can get a crit and kill, but if not, Luscious can handle it. And if I had been smarter, I probably could have done this by bringing Dorcas along too. I'm gonna use my Silver Lance here to avoid the... Actually, I could probably double check now. Well, actually, Sword Reaver, so 26 to Lucius's 9 defense. I think Lucius would be fine with an Iron Sword. I'm gonna just try the Iron Sword, why not? Wouldn't be the worst mistake I've made on this Let's Play. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably could have also brought Dorcas along. With Luna, Dorcas would have been able to bypass the boss's high defenses and keep Hector healthy. Well, high resistance. But ultimately, it seemed better to just bring Lucius along. Then again, Dorcas really could have used the experience too. You know what? No, we're sticking with what we got here. Besides, Dorcas would have gotten the Iron Runes stolen. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill this guy. Woo! Way to go, Lucius! And then I think after a while, all the enemies start charging your location. I'm just gonna drop that. I don't care about the Steel Blade. Although, admittedly, I don't care about the Pure Water either. Anyway, I think after a short while, the enemies will start charging your location. Or charging straight towards you. So, I guess you have a small timer for this chapter. But it's also not that big a deal, because they're hardly dangerous. I would have felt bad about losing that Wolf Beal. You know, if I had anyone who could actually use it. It's a Hector Lord exclusive thing. Sorry, Hector Flavor Lord exclusive thing. Keep forgetting I referred to it as a flavor. There is one more unit we can recruit who might be a Hector flavored Lord, but I'm doubtful. kind of dangerous to have Hector come up here. Especially since he didn't even get the kill. I probably should have had him use that pure water. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm gonna have Lucius back up and take this guy out. Probably should have traded for the pure water first. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We can do that at the beginning of the next turn. Yeah, but the only problem with doing Fate Extra is I'm not 100% sure I can begin or capture footage from my PlayStation Portable, so I don't think that's going to be a viable option for me. Let's see, yeah, and I started charging. Let's see, you do 8 damage, you do 10. And let's see. I'm gonna give you the pure water, and you can just wait there. Nah, then the guy's just gonna go for Luscious. But let's go ahead and pop that pure water anyway. Oh, you did go for Hector. And you can do damage. Gasp! And Hector didn't double. This has turned into a sticky situation, but I do believe we got it covered, thanks to the luscious Lucius. Yeah, I was expecting this chapter to be a little bit easier, but I guess it's not too bad. Alright, how far can you reach, dude? Right there. Okay, then, let's put Hector down here, and attack this guy, hopefully get the kill. No, but that's a-okay. Woo! Way to dodge, Hector. I didn't think you had it in you. I believe I can just have Lucius charge this guy. And then let's see what Hector can do against that mage near the throne. I thought I was right outside of his range, so I'd be able to double check. Ooh, excuse me, not quite. Okay, let's just move forward one space. Math it out. 15, 18. Hector would take about 3. It's not like I'm gonna need the pure water for anything else. Might as well pop it again. I'm probably gonna regret that. But that's a-okay. We'll figure a way out of that problem when it comes around. We will figure that problem out later. I forgot to double check if Hector would double this guy. Well, he does. We're good. And I believe he's gonna get a level up. Yay, at least I got him to level up once in this chapter. And he got more speed. Lucky. Alright, let's finish you off. Gonna give you the sad ending this time. Now, and then we just go forward, and once Lucius is done cleaning up the boss, we're good to clear the chapter. Definitely pretty easy and pretty straightforward. It probably gets tougher if you want those treasure chests, but like I said, pure water, elixir, and wolfbeal. Wolfbeal's the only one of those that's kinda unique, and you can get by just fine without it. I think that top right chest has a different item on normal mode, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. And since you die in 2 hits, you're just going to wait. Yes, you are Kane. We can read your name, Mr. Dude. Also, you have more HP than the cap. And you know what? I don't have to worry about Lucius dying to a counterattack, or dying on the next turn, because he kills this guy in 1 hit, or 1 round. And Hector can't do any damage, and he dies. Okay. So let's just go ahead and sword this out. It's a shame that Lucius's sword rank didn't go up at all either. Seal could not! What could the seal not do? Oh man, that's gonna bug me for a while now. I hope it wasn't that badass seal. I wanna get it. I wanna get a badass seal of approval. Yay, and Lucius's inventory wasn't empty, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, he did get up to C, yay! But I didn't get him up to B, boo. Okay, let's go ahead and heal you up, and I believe that ends the chapter. I'm not too sure, Hector normally can't heal. Yeah, that ends the chapter. Alright, this is the throne. Well, it's just a space, Hector. Don't get your britches in a bunch. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call that an episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Space Oyster, signing out.